You know, just the fact that I'm starting my day by seeing this, I think that's a good sign. Oh yes, we're going to a special place today. Well, good day, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion, and yes, today is that day. After all these years, 41 years, and I'm finally going to see Wrigley Field. I am so excited. Daze with Jordan the Lion, it begins right now. And I was advised to just go ahead and take the train to the park, so that's what we're gonna do today. So this is really special to me because even though I was a Reds fan growing up from like 87, 88, 89, 90, my mom worked, and in the summers I would go stay with my grandparents, and during dinner we would have WGN on and we'd be watching the Cubs game. So I loved watching Andre Dawson, Ryan Sandberg, Mark Grace, George Bell, Sean Dunston, Jerome Walton, all those people. This is awesome to be here. Oh my gosh, I'm finally here. After all these years, I'm finally gonna see a game inside this Wrigley Field. The gates are not open yet, so I wanna walk around and see some of the statues outside the park. And this is the second oldest stadium in Major League Baseball. We went to the first already this year, Fenway Park, but they did a kind of like a major renovation here for the clubhouses a few years ago, but other than that, it's the spot. I have a whole outdoor hangout dining experience here too. Now I've made it inside and we can actually see the statues. Look at this, Ron Santo. I can't think of this era of Cubs players without thinking of Al Bundy and Steve Rhodes collecting those baseball cards. The great Ron Santo, not only great player, but the voice of the Cubs. The Sweet Swing Billy Williams. Oh, it's Sesame Street Day. I didn't know that. This should be fun. Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks, adored by millions for his enthusiasm and positive attitude. Ernie's famous catchphrase exemplifies his love of the game. Let's play two. Here we have Fergie Jenkins. Look at that. Ace of the beloved Cubs teams of the 60s and 70s. Pitched 10 seasons for Chicago, spanning 3 decades. Fergie is the Cubs' all-time leader in strikeouts and games started. So you know my tradition of getting a new hat when I go to a new park. I'm excited to get this Cubs hat today. So before the game starts, I want to go in and get that hat. Check out the Cubs store. Look at that, the lights are catcher's masks. Nice, the old-fashioned jerseys. Oh wow, look at all the awards on display. That's great, look at all the Gold Gloves. We got a lot of Ryan Sandbergs, Andre Dawson's down there, some Silver Sluggers, all kinds of cool novelty signs here. Yeah, I'm not going to do any of the crazy like novelty hats or anything, just the old classic. This one's even cooler because I just scored. They just had the September 11th game here. So that's what that is, remembrance of September 11th. So we'll get this one. And I've always thought they had just some of the coolest uniforms, those pinstripes and the player shirts. Here's another version they've been wearing lately. And that one's an old classic. That's the Field of Dreams shirt. Now we're gonna go upstairs. They have the game use stuff up here. Look at that, they're celebrating. They had that long drought with no championships because they thought they were cursed for not letting a fan bring their goat to the games. In 2016, they broke it. All right, I think I'm just gonna buy the hat and go into the park now. Yep, gates are open. All right, I'm ready to see this. I can't wait. Historical landmark, and it was opened in 1914, home of the Chicago Federals of the Federal League. Let's go on in. Here's our free bag. They make everything see-through now for security reasons. I want to see if they're doing batting practice today. It's a day game. They play a lot of day games. Oh, neat. Behind home plate. Let's take a look at this. They got Wise, and buildings behind Wrigley started putting their own seats back there beyond the park, so they actually sell tickets on top of the buildings outside there. And a funny story to that was when I was a kid, Tom Browning got ejected out of a game and went and sat in those seats over there and was watching the game from Rooftop seats. When I was buying my hat, the girl in the souvenir shop looked at my shirt and said, Andre's in here all the time. He is the nicest guy. So my seats today are behind the Cubs dugout over here. Oh, I will be. That's why I brought a glove today. I can tell I'm already wishing that I would have got seats over here in the shade because it's probably going to be a scorcher today, but that's all right. Just happy to be here. This is where all the action is. Everybody's thrown over here, so maybe we have a chance of getting a ball thrown up here. Who knows? No BP today. There's that famous ivy. God, that's cool. Think of all the amazing things that happened here. Babe Ruth called his shot in the World Series here and then sent it over the wall. Ernie Banks hit his 500th home run here. Pete Rose tied Ty Cobb for most hits here. Kerry Wood threw a game with 20 strikeouts. Just really amazing history. I like that they even talk about the history before the game on the wall over here. My grandpa was telling me how he got to come here and see his favorite pitcher of all time, Johnny Vandermeer, after he was off the Reds and playing for the Cubs in his later years. My grandparents had moved here when they first got married to Chicago, and he got to come see Johnny Vandermeer pitch. Hey, hey. Now when they did their expansion of the clubhouses, I believe they had to, or they did change the wall, so it's different ivy. They had to like replant the ivy. Speaking of Kerry Wood, I fully intend on coming back someday and sitting in those bleachers. That is for sure. I want that experience as well, but I thought it might be a little too hot today, and then I realized when I got here my seats aren't much better. Take a look over the wall. Let's go explore some more of the stadium. I think there's a lot more to see. Who knows, it could be so old, maybe not. Of course, we'll have to get a Chicago dog or something like that, whatever their special hot dog is while we're here. That's customary for ball games. Not a whole lot of decoration or anything inside, which is kind of, in a way, it's kind of nice because then you do feel like it's an old stadium. I feel like newer stadiums should have more of that stuff though. Back by the Cubs store, they have a pretty big Authentics section over here. Now that is kind of cool. You can actually spend $300 and buy one of the bases from today's game. That's kind of cool. Not a bad souvenir to take home. Not a ton of people here, but it's kind of the end of the season. They're playing the Rockies. Not a real hot game. And it's a Sunday. I think what we're supposed to get here is the Wrigley Field Smokies. Wow, the Chicago prices are pretty steep. For a cup of water, not a bottle, they charge for both, but I just want a cup for now. And the Wrigley Smoky, $17.50. That hot dog is not any bigger than a hot dog you'd get out of a package at home. All right, that's kind of like my own crazy version of a Chicago dog. I mean, it is a good hot dog, I'll say that, but I don't know if it's $17.50 good. It's kind of cool. They kind of have a gate over here that they take one of the carts out of, but you can see field level right here. Same deal over here. If you look through the gap, you can see field level. All right, now we're working our way behind the wall. Behind the ivy. This actually takes you out to the 400 home run wall, and bleacher tickets only beyond this, which I do not have. This is really cool. They celebrate the history of the bleachers here with a case of all the things they've worn throughout history to celebrate the Cubs. So we're gonna work our way over to the other side where our left field is and see the other side of the bleachers. Guess there's some other memorabilia there, they said. See what we can see from upstairs. Oh, nice. I noticed up here you can see the back of the Wrigley Field sign. So I think they do have a Harry Carey statue around here somewhere that I missed, so we'll check that out after the game. Okay, we finally made it over to the left field side of the bleachers where they had the memorabilia. Nice. And over here they have Into the Cubs Archives. Game used throwback jersey. 2014 Rockies versus Cubs, Wrigley Field, longest game in franchise history. Big Ron Santo flag there. Ben Zobrist World Series game used jersey. Ring ceremony game. Interesting. Autographed by Greg Maddux, earning his 320th career win. Here they have the Chicago Cubs Hall of Fame. And a full wall of members. The Great Mad Dog. And a whole other wall over here, including the newest, Buck O'Neil. Look, Andre Dawson, the Hawk. And of course, the Great Harry Carey. And that's crazy. I've never seen anything quite like that. That is awarded to the Cubs team itself for having the all-time best defense team record in National League history. All right, here are my seats. Here's their mascot.
Thank you, Jim. For this and for
Like Clark Griswold.
in respect of our long time relationship.
Yeah, well, thanks for inviting me.
I am so freaking excited. You know, I think I enjoy baseball more now that I'm less of a hardcore fan, because when I only liked the Reds and I had Dodger season tickets, man, if they lost, it just ruined my day. And now that I get to travel so much and the players change teams so much, I kind of enjoy it when I go to a park and I'm able to root for the home team. There you can see they have Harry Carey's caricature up there.
So we buy from the match day and we distribute out of the Shelby.
For all details, visit Cubs.com for every industry and Cub official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Call the Granger.com for just been fun.
Something here called the First Timers booth, so I'm going to check this out and see what it is. So that's kind of neat. They give you a little certificate stating that this was your first game, and they stamp it, the date and the team and all that stuff, and give you a free sticker. Look at that mural. Isn't that amazing? Wow, look at that. It's so freaking hot out here, I had to. So here they have the kids take the field with the players, and I think the players sign a baseball for them when they get to their position.
Chicago Cubs.
Yeah! Look how close we are, man. That's crazy. We're right behind the dugout.
Words we all love to hear. Ryan McMahon.
You know, Wrigley Field's also where they showed the tryout scene in A League of Their Own. All the girls are trying out for the first time together. Man, he just walked 2 batters in a row in the first inning. Okay, he just walked 3 in a row in the first inning. That's not the way we wanted to start. A strikeout and then 3 walks. They got a run. Well, he just scored. Base hit, 2-0. Not a bad hit off the ivy. It's young wisdom. Oh, Rocky's hit a home run. 4-0 in the top of the second. Are you kidding me? Well, they brought a new pitcher in. He just gave up a base hit to the center field, so not feeling as confident as I was. Third base coach for the Cubs is actually Lenny Harris. Alright, got walked. Okay, so far I'm undefeated at all of my games this year for home teams. So right now it's 4-0. Rocky's winning with 2 on for the Cubs. Dang, you got him at first. I was hoping he'd go for home on that one, but he didn't. So runner on third and second for the Cubbies. Infield fly. Shortstop's gonna get that. All right, base hit just scored. Got 2 runs in on that one. It's like Maddox is jamming up there. Players over there watching him. Lenny Harris was watching him dance. Oh yeah, by the way, they're changing the size of the bases next year. They're making them bigger for some odd reason. All right, 3rd out. We needed that. So when we leave, I think the Harry Carey statue is right beneath that sign outside the park. Yeah! Woo! Touch 'em all, baby! He was going to go 3. Nice double. We got a pitching change and this guy's just all over it. Talking about the history of the sign, they said it used to originally be fern green with gold trim. In the 60s, they painted it red.
Jordan says, we look back.
Nice!
Favorite performance of Take Me Out to the Ball Game by Cookie Monster.
I'll take it. I'll take it. starting the ninth, bringing in the closer. Still down by 1. It's 4-3, Rockies lead. Okay, bottom of the ninth. We need a run to tie it. We really needed him to not strike out on that one. Is this going to be my first loss of the season? Okay, now it's 2 outs. We really need something to happen now or it's over. Well, my first non-win this year. This is a place I really would have loved to have seen one, but it is what it is. I had a great time at Wrigley for the first time. Somebody was selling these outside the stadium. I had to get one. I love Harry Carey. Let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. There he is, the great Harry Carey. Wow. What a day. All right, my friends, we're going to call it a day. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great night. And please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Have a great night. And goodbye.